Yo, what up? It's your boy, the Resident African, checking in the one time for the one time, representing for Durtty Daily, and I have a beautiful young soul with me, Azian.
Hi.
Azian.
What's up?
Talk to me.
What's up? What's up?
I mean, when I get calls to do interviews off air and I get the one-off interviews, I like doing them, and we're doing it live at your listening party here in Atlanta. We're at the well-known gathering spot.
The gathering is so fancy up here.
Yeah, it's nice.
Real
it's for you rich blacks,
Rich blacks.
Yeah. And you have some amazing music for them to listen to today.
Yes, thank you.
So I listened to a lot of the last project that you put out. And it's a breath of fresh air, because what I love right now that we have is a lot of women that are, being very, very forward with themselves as far as even being able to put out the music that they're putting out. Right. But not only that, you are putting out projects and have already done a lot, before you even started putting out your projects.
Right.
So tell me about your upbringing. Tell me about how you got your start in the music business.
Random. I actually won this Carolina Idol. When American Idol was popping, we had a Carolina one, and I won the whole thing, over the grown-ups and all of that, won the whole thing.
Right.
And the prize was to go to LA, actually. We went, I did some modeling stuff or whatever, and then the lady who threw the whole thing wanted to manage me as an artist. So she took me to Atlanta, and I met this guy named Craig King, who's a huge producer, and he's he put his hand out. We met at the varsity for me to meet him, and instead of me shaking his hand, I just started singing.
Wow.
I didn't even give my name. I just started going.
You already got down to business. You knew what the business was.
Listen.
We don't need a handshake.
Let's
just get straight to it.
Let me give you my introduction.
Come on now. Come on now, assertiveness.
Come on, aggression.
Knowing what we want.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Come on.
Right.
So I did that, and then we started working together. I ended up signing at 15.
Wow.
I was coming back and forth from Charleston, South Carolina to Atlanta on the Greyhound bus, literally just to record, and then doing high school, and then, the rest is history. That's where I started.
Yeah.
I knew I wanted to be a singer when I was 9 because I sang the national anthem at a Hornets game. So you're 9 years old. Your mom got your little bobble lines in, got your little church socks on, the lace joints that folds over. So the guy says, "And now introducing Asian Bryant," and I'm on the mic "But he said my name wrong." It was the cutest thing I've ever seen. I was like, "Oh, so cute! Look at me!"
Right.
But then I sang the national anthem, and then when everybody was standing up and cheering and whatever at the end, I was like, I want to do this forever.
Right.
That's how I knew I wanted to be a performer. That's where it all really started.
And that's a great start.
Man.
It's like seeing how so many different artists start their careers. Some start, one off after a day, maybe just blow up after one song, blows up like Lil Nas X now, who's got a song who's on top of the charts, just
number one.
Willingly, he just put himself out there and he went number one. But see, being that you had a very humble beginning, you've written for so many greats, not just regular people. You've written for some greats, Grammy nominated. We're looking to get a Grammy this time.
We're getting a Grammy 2020. We're not playing.
Yeah, we're getting a Grammy this time because the music is there. Just for those who don't know, if you haven't, make sure you check it out because I've definitely listened to a few of your tracks and I've gotten to know a little bit about you from the label sent me the bio and I checked it out and it says that you are a part of the LGBT community. So you like what I like.
Yeah, I love women.
Oh yeah, I love women.
Aren't they amazing?
Yeah,
beautiful.
Y'all are amazing. But how do you see, being that you are a beautiful black queen, how do you get your fans to understand your music? Explain that.
Well, see,
being that you come from that community,
there's really nothing to explain. The dope thing about music and the dope thing about love is it's universal. And if I'm singing about heartbreak, no matter if you're a girl with a girl or a guy with a guy or a girl with a guy, heartbreak feels the same. That pain feels the same. That resentment feels the same. That anger feels the same. Even all the gray areas and the spaces in between a relationship, they feel the same no matter who you're with.
Exactly.
And I feel like because I'm being so sincere and so real with that in my music, everybody feels it. It doesn't matter if you're a part of the community or you're not. There's so many, like, straight guys love my music because they don't have to change the he and boys to she and her, because I'm singing from a perspective that they can understand. They're like, you know what? I ain't even gotta change the words. I can just sing this. And then women love it because I'm still evoking the feeling that they're very familiar with.
Right.
So I think on the grounds of that, it's just going everywhere, and everybody loves it. And that was one of my really main goals. If I had to bring in something from LGBTQ, it's just to show everybody that love is love, and we all feel the same stuff.
No, that's
period. And especially like in my music videos, in NOLA, we started off very close in the relationship, doing all the little footsie, handsy stuff, like you do, like when you're in the honeymoon phase of the situation, and then you just start spreading further and further apart. That happens, and as a relationship goes, sometimes you just grow apart. Everybody does that. You do that with friendships.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So I just think that was important to showcase. And I think it was important for me not to be fake about who I am.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Like everybody, they didn't even know that Asia Bryant and Azion were the same person. Azion is my actual given name. Asia is a nickname that I made because when I first came out with music when I was younger, people used to butcher my name all over the radio. And we only had MySpace then. Right. So how I'm gonna tell them to correct it? What I'm gonna tell I gotta call every station and say, hey, you're saying my name wrong. There was just no way to really do that made sense. So I just shortened it to Asia, and then that worked. So now it's okay, I'm putting out a project that's authentically 100% who I am. I'm giving you exactly who I am. I'm giving you my sound. I'm giving you just 100% me. Why not use my actual name? Right. And so that's when I went back to Azion, which is my actual government name. And I was like, you know what, let's do it. Why not? I don't have anything to be scared of.
Your roots will help you grow.
Listen.
You start from the root and you just let it flourish. You water that thing a little bit, put a little bit of sunlight on it, and just watch it grow. Because you linked up with Key, who also manages 21 Savage, and how did that happen?
Actually, Key's best friend is one of my best friends.
Okay.
So she knew that I was looking for a manager, and I was self-managed for a very long time because I really don't trust. It's hard to find a good manager in the industry. If we're being honest.
Tell me about it.
And she knew that Key was looking for a female artist, her first female artist. Right. So she linked us, and we kicked it, we talked or whatever, just caught a vibe, and I inquired about her, and I never heard anybody say a bad thing about her. That's very rare in this industry, that you find someone that nobody has anything bad to say about. A manager?
It's true. I mean, it's
when does that happen?
It doesn't happen.
So that was a big thing, and then I saw how into my music she was. A lot of managers want to manage me for the writing. They just want to look at that part because that's the easy part. But I already got that well-oiled machine working. I don't need help there. We're working on artistry, and the fact that she really, really believed in me and my artistry and my project is what sold it for me. And her just being a very genuine person. I'm a very energy person, so if you have great energy, it's okay.
You're gonna feel it already.
Immediate.
How's my energy today?
Right.
Oh yeah.
You're giving off great vibes. You're giving off some blue hues.
Yeah. I was coming off the Easter.
Coming off
the Easter vibes.
Resurrection.
Yeah.
We here.
So let me ask you this. Being that, on a lighter note, we talked about the music, we talked about the Grammys, we talked about new management. Let me ask you this. Because I'm a man. As a man, David. But, being that, I love women. I love everything about a woman. But what turns you off? What makes you mad? Because you love women too, and I want to know. Because from a female's perspective, what makes you feel girl stop? When do you have to say girl stop? Chill, relax. Because I know I say it to my girl all the time, and we always have problems, we argue, but we still come back together and we communicate. But what's your turn on and what's your turn off when it comes to women?
I think when it comes to women, I don't like anyone who's not open to growth.
Right.
Because or very closed-minded. Only because when you're in a relationship, you have to realize that the other person is not you. They weren't raised the way you were raised. They're not from the place you're from. So you're going to do things differently. Things that are important to you won't be important to them, and vice versa. And the way you may handle something isn't the way they would handle it. And that doesn't mean either way is wrong. You know what I'm saying? So like, when you're more open, you can get rid of the argument factor in relationships because you can actually listen from a perspective of, okay, like, it felt wrong to me, but why did you do it like this? And then they can explain themselves, and you can get on a better, more cohesive page. And I feel like when you're open like that, you can take down the judgment walls. You can take down the walls of feeling like you have to be perfect, because we know that we're human and we're going to mess up. But when you are supposed to be with somebody and you're going to love them unconditionally, that means unconditionally, good and bad. But you have to be open to receive that. You know what I mean? So just somebody who's just not open, who's not trying to grow, who's like kind of stuck in their ways. I hate a liar. Oh my God.
Of course, we all do.
If you lie, Jesus hold the wheel.
Yeah. Keep it real. Keep it real with me, and I'll keep it real with you.
Because it's like, what am I going to do to you?
Yeah.
What can I do? Just say, no, I don't want to be with you no more? Then that's it.
That's that, yeah.
And we go on about our paths, and that's
And I think that really applies to both sides. You know what I mean? Of course, like there's no perfect relationship. You know what I mean? Except for, you know, the times that you feel like your relationship is just perfect. But there's nothing that, you know, doesn't get too hectic or, you know, to the point where you feel like you can't, you know, accomplish better things within the relationship. And you put that out in your music. You put out a lot of realness in your music that, you know, allows people to really feel how to be even sometimes in a relationship.
And it's crazy because depending on where somebody is in their own relationship will tell me what songs they love.
Yeah.
Like whatever song applies to them directly in that moment, they love that song. As soon as they move somewhere, shift in a different spot in their relationship, they love other songs. It's so funny because I've given you so many different ups and downs, which is what love is, and you know, the love journey, the love train. I get in the gray areas. I talk about the stuff that nobody wants to talk about. Like, okay, I love this person more than I loved myself. Nobody wants to admit that to themselves. Better yet, put it in a song. But I want to talk about it because we all need to heal. I need you to hear it so you can feel it inside. Like, dang, I did do that. Like, oh, let me go back to the drawing board. Let me check myself. So I make music to make people heal. I want to bring people back to love again. I want to bring awareness to the gray spots that we don't want to talk about, you know, so you can get through that pain and then get back to loving again, because I feel like there's a lot of hate in this world, and in order for us all to be better people, we just have to heal. So that was one of my main purposes with the Love Train series in itself. It's a story about a relationship from beginning to end, Love Train through to Love Train 2. Like, you can just listen to both and you get a whole story.
And how did you get the name? Like, because that's a dope series, because you can take that Love Train all across the country.
Everywhere. You know what I mean? We're gonna take the train wherever we go.
Yeah. So like, how did you get the name Love Train?
I actually had a song on the first EP called Love Train, and then because of how I phrased the songs, and you know, I set them up in the actual order of a relationship. I was like, it's like a love journey. And since Love Train was already on there, I was like, it's a love train. So just come on a love train, go through this journey of life and love with me. Listen to it, vibe with it, get into the good parts. You know, we got the nasty songs, we got the broken-hearted songs, we got the happy and love songs. You got everywhere in between, and I feel like it's perfect.
It is. No, it's definitely a great body of work, and the way that you put it together, and the way that you just broke it down for us and those who don't know, they're definitely going to want to jump on this Love Train now that you know, explained it like that. So let me ask you this: so if there is anything in this world that you can have that you don't have already, what would it be?
I was about to cry.
I mean, we keep it real. That's what we're talking about.
My dad passed away. He was murdered in 2014. So, if anything, I would wish he wasn't, and he was just still here, like, to experience all of this that's happening. But I know he's seen it from another place, so that's about it. Everything else is gonna come. I ain't worried about it.
That's real. That is so real. And is there yeah, you just touched me with that one, because I just lost something close as well. But
because we're not crying here today, you know what I'm saying? We got a whole group of people out there. You ain't finna mess up my makeup, bro. I'm bored.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm bored. Let's talk about these inspirations. Who inspires you when it comes to writing music, or who did you listen to prior to even starting to sing? Who are you singing in the shower?
Oh, I listen to my musical palette is very wide and vast. I listen to classical music. I listen to choral music. Like there's a composer named Moses Hogan, amazing. Jimi Hendrix, Etta James, Minnie Riperton, Mariah Carey, Prince, the Beatles. What is her name? Evanescence, Paramore.
Start adding them to this new playlist.
Come on, get your playlist together, right? Beyonce, because you know Beyonce.
Sister killing it.
You know what I'm saying?
Sister is killing
the
it.
queen and king.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Dang, there's just so many. Michael Jackson.
When you create a song, like a lot of people have their own creative process. What do you need in the studio in order to make sure this song is being created the proper way?
Normally it's just me and the engineer. If the producers are, that's cool. I don't do an entourage in the studio. Right. Because I have like
clutters the brain.
Like I'll be like, what's that sound? You say what? Like that. What's that? That little dog? It's like squirrel. It's like that's me. In any event. And so it's like I turn the lights down low and then I just get into my vibe, and it doesn't take me long because as soon as within the first 30 seconds of an instrumental or track, I get melody and words immediately, together simultaneously in my head. But if I don't get words and melody within that 30 seconds, I just skip the track and move on to the next one. That's kind of like my only little thing. Because it's like if I'm not feeling it automatically, I don't need to be. I'm not even gonna stress myself about it.
You skip to the next one.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, you are a bundle of joy. I appreciate the time that you've given me to even just have this conversation with you. I felt like this wasn't an interview. I felt like I was interviewing my little sister or talking with my little sister. Yeah, no, and anytime you're in Atlanta, you always you're welcome to come to the Durtty Daily and to the Durtty Boyz show. Because I would definitely love to have you on the show because you are a breath of fresh air.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you for having me.
That's Azion. I'm telling you, Love Train 2 on the way. Finna go listen to the rest of the album now. Y'all make sure y'all download it, stream it, YouTube it, all that good stuff.
Buy it.
Yeah, she's a beautiful soul.
Bye.